Hello everybody. If everything goes right, this will probably be the first upload of some form of a actual motovlog, if you will. So today, on my way to Guitar Center, trying to find, that might be the prime guy with my new external DVD burner. Bought a new laptop the other day because this is too big of a pain in the butt on my old one to edit and everything. It's like just putting together a 10-minute video, it took almost like 6 hours. It was just yuck. So ended up buying an Acer Nitro 5 that Best Buy had open box for like, I want to say it was like $560. Man, what is it with this? I don't understand this. It's the second day of school, but we never had this when I was growing up. Never. You'd either walk home from school, because the elementary school, everybody was in the neighborhood, so it was like, okay. So for the most part, about half the kids in the neighborhood went to that elementary school right there on the corner. And the rest of them just took, you know, regular old, good old school buses. Now, I mean, God forbid they're actual little bundles of joy can't actually afford to ride the damn school bus, right? It's amazing how things change in really only about 20-25 years. You missed the bus, my mom used to say, even in the middle of winter, you better put on your boots because you're walking. And then again, I only lived, you know, half a mile away from the school, but still, this was at, you know, I don't know, second, third grade. And Mom would say, walk your ass to school, you little bastard. So, getting ready here, and high school football season opens tomorrow night with scrimmages, and then week one of actual games is next week. Man, gas shot up. It's gone up almost 25 cents overnight. Should have put gas in my car this morning or even yesterday. Oh well. This thing's at about a half a tank, but I want to wait until I get to Porter County for that, because Porter County, actually, you can get ethanol-free gas in there. Lake County, the best you can find is E10. And I try really hard to avoid ethanol gas. Enjoy this place while we got it, because we're moving, folks. Contract signed. The house is gonna be built. Just waiting for final approval on the mortgage, but other than that, we're moving to the sticks out in unincorporated LaPorte County, Indiana. One of these days I'll take a ride out there and I'll show you where we're at. But yeah, just got to get out of Lake County. Just too many idiots. For the longest time, this area was, you move here, you get twice the house for half the taxes. Well, too many people from Illinois came over, brought their stupid ideas with them. Yeah, you can get a little more house for the same, you know, money, but the house next door to us, you know, a couple months ago, sold, and it sold for like $140,000 or something like that. And ours is bigger. Ours is a price to go for about 180 to 200. It's like, good lord. So we pretty well know we're going to end up walking away with somewhere between about 40 and 60K when we finally close on it. So, which will go straight into the new house when we between appliances and everything else. Now, one thing about Lake County is it's kind of a tweener area. You know, we got you know, cities, places like this that are kind of tweener. Yeah, I guess you could call it suburban, but and then you go further south, further east, and you get in the sticks. Over good old I-65. They're not too crazy this yet. So this girl goes in. My bike goes in next week, or I should say Saturday, to Harley Davidson of Valparaiso for its 10K, and I bought the set of tires. I don't know if I'm going to have the front one put on or not. I bought the set because if you bought 2 tires, you got a $50 gift card from Bridgestone. So front tire on this still is about 4/32, so I might swing over to, on the way home, I might swing by AutoZone and pick up a depth gauge. I had one, I don't know what happened. I think it fell out of my saddlebag. I'm in the process of working on editing a bunch of videos from a trip I had out west into the mountains, and so it was 6 days, 3,600 miles. It was Chicago to Kansas City to Denver, through the mountains via I-70 and US 6, and then up to Salt Lake, and then through Flaming Gorge in northeastern Utah, and then I guess it would be south central Wyoming, and then across I-80 up to Rawlins, and then up north to Casper, Wyoming. And then went through Sturgis about a month before the insanity that just ended. It would be a fun trip, though, to actually do the rally. You just gotta find somebody to go with, because, you know, I got a bunch of friends who ride. A couple of fellow brothers in stripes that also ride. But guy I bowl with, he's got an old police bike, so with any luck we'll have him on some, especially if he gets if I can talk him into getting a Senna. Then again, I think I got to talk him into wearing a lid first, because unfortunately I like the guy, but he is a pretty much of a squid, you know what I mean. Wears almost no gear. That's one thing about guys on Harleys, is the vast majority wear nothing, or if they wear anything, they wear just a brain bucket, which is, you know, dumb. If you ever watched you ever read any of the MSF literature and DOT literature, the first thing to hit normally is your chin, is either your cheek or your chin. Well, why wouldn't you want that covered? think Guitar Center would probably be a better bet than Best Buy when it comes to looking for audio attachments, because this mic I got, it's alright, but it doesn't do a very good job of wind canceling. And this helmet is kind of loud, so, but you know, louder helmet means it's going to flow a little more wind, a little more air, which is good in the summertime, although today is nice and cool. Free crab tomorrow, not no more. That Joe's been closed for, God, it's probably been about 3 years now. Over there used to be a Mexican restaurant. It's pretty good, called Don Pablo's. Yeah, the more things change around here, the more they stay the same. Geek Squad. Guitar Center. Let's go see if we can find some good stuff. Alright, we'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Oh. Well, that sucks. I didn't really have anything I was looking for, so yeah, I hear you and said you better off trying Best Buy for stuff I was looking for, so that's where we'll head. Just down the shopping plaza. We're gonna buy it already, but I didn't want to give Best Buy any more of my money. Oh well. I haven't eaten a Longhorn in a while. It's just a little too fancy for my taste. I've always been more of a Texas Roadhouse, or even a more local / regional chain in this area is Texas Corral. Same thing, same setup. Try this here. All right, we'll be back. Well, that sucks. They didn't really have anything either that I was looking for. So, I guess we'll go home and we'll check out old Amazon. See what I can... I mean, I got the mic that everybody seems to be using, but I'm just rocking kind of a cheap windscreen that I had left over from my old Senna. So I was like, it's better than nothing. Well, barely. So we'll go ahead and the thing is starting to steam up again. Yep, right. It's 3 o'clock. Neutral. MU. Yeah, it is only 3 o'clock. Damn. Left work early. Nice day today here around Chicago. Oop. Just stay out of that beyond section. Sam's wants for gasolina. Oh, damn speed bumps. Got shitty. They used to allow trucks to park here, not no more. What the? Ooh, that's pretty good. Real good price for 93. All right. Well. Alright, you don't need to see this. We don't need no stinking paper. 93 dead dinosaurs. Actually did a pretty decent job of getting it close.
Several bad puns later.
Not 100% sure why it cut out there for a second, but it looks like it's working now. Alright. That's a pretty good price for gasolina. Loopy. I want to go this way. Uh-oh. Where's he going? Well, that was kind of weird. Almost acted like I had SD error or something. I don't know. Like this bike, although I am kind of looking for something like a I don't know, like an FC09 or something like that, something for a little bit more sporty riding. Seat's good. Even I did put the sundowner on it, so I mean the seat's good, but you know, it could always be a little bit nicer. Back entrance into the Home Depot. Song I heard this morning before oh, that hurt. Stopped listening to music and started listening to something else. Boy, Shut Up and Drive by Rihanna. That was the last song that was on Road Trip Radio on Sirius. I was like, just stuck in my head and it won't get out. I would be nuts when that happened. To go. This thing is fun. Who says you need a 114 to get up and go? This 107 will get it, son. Get it. Oh man. That is the one thing though. This winter a couple things I'm going to do to this bike. I'm going to swap out those pegs for put on a set of footboards. I've heard you could just literally swap out the mounts and the boards with the mounts and boards from either the Heritage or the Fat Bob. The Fat Boy. The Fat Bob has pegs, the Fat Boy has footboards. So that's definitely on the list. The other thing I might do, I haven't decided, is we're going to do a stage 2 to this at some point. And that's the other thing. Do I go with horsepower or do I go with torque? I'm thinking give me my torques. I gots to have my torques. Now whether I go all the way to a stage 4 at some point, yeah, probably not. But I could definitely see me doing a stage 3 and having to, you know, swapping out the jugs and whatnot and getting this up to the 114. Careful with this thing. Even the 107, you barely crack the throttle, it'll take off on you. Now, it's not like it'll get away from you, but it definitely will get you speeding pretty quickly if you're not careful. Season starting, it cuts down on my riding time a lot. I mean, I'll have some Sundays, but not many. Some Saturday afternoons, but during the week now becomes, you know, almost impossible to ride. Especially on Thursday, we'll start bowling here in another couple of weeks. Medicare made simple. You see things like that, you just gotta laugh. No, that's the. This is the Sport Glide. The first guy that ever had gets confused this with the lowrider, but yeah, it's worse things to confuse it with. Probably on the phone. At least you didn't try to call it Road King. Name tags. Ah, damn it. How you doing?
Camera on the helmet is cool.
Yeah. That way if somebody tries to run me over, I got him.
Smart.
Yeah.
You have to be careful out there. I'm looking to buy one myself right now.
Nice. Which model you looking at?
I'm looking for something a little faster than V-Rod.
Okay.
A little older than nothing brand new.
Okay.
06 or 07.
Yeah.
Nice though.
Thank you. People like this bike because it looks like I guess the best way I can describe this thing is it's kind of part lowrider and part heritage, really. Probably the nicest way to describe this bike. I mean, the new Heritage has got a lot more blacked out. You know, it's a little darker. It's a little bit meaner, I guess you could say. How about a CVO Heritage? That would be interesting. Put that 117 in there. I'd consider buying something like that if I was in the market, but you know, it'd be a little bit cheaper than your CVO, you know, touring models, a little bit. Be a couple of bucks less. I should have tried, I don't know. I'll try them next time. This is another corner that's changed a lot. Old Simon Says is still open. Get you a hot dog and some Italian beef, maybe a gyros. But other than that, I mean, everything else is basically changed over here. Yeah, the pool store's been there for a while, but the only bad thing about these is they get hot. And you got both legs you got to watch out for because the primary gets hot too. got anything interesting sitting outside the Honda dealer. Bunch of scooters, ATVs, four-wheelers. A couple of adventure bikes. Maybe if it's decent Saturday, maybe swing over there and browse a little bit and see if they got anything that looks good. Go on Cycle Trader when I get home a little bit and look, but more than likely it'll be at home we'll start playing with the editing software and see what we can put up. Any luck, this will be up here in a couple of days. Get it posted and we'll see how it goes, you know. But be sure to leave a like or even a dislike. We'll take that too. Let me know what y'all think. If there's anything you guys want to hear me ramble about.